Kush and we live, baby. And on this episode of Kush and Konvo, we have Mr. Anything Can Happen himself, the super charismatic and talented recording artist Noochie in the building. Tune in as we discuss his current product of the DMV, and in true Kush and Konvo fashion, we're going to tap into his personal life. Well, I finally got you in bed, Noochie. I mean, on the show. So I know that you're a busy man, so I definitely appreciate you coming up here.
Ain't no problem. I mean, I had to cut a few things short, pull up, but it's all good. It's all good.
I hope it was worth it.
We about to find out.
We about to find out? Okay. Well, first off, let me say I absolutely love your current project. Like, I'm not just saying that because you're in the shows with the view with some shit. I tell you, I'm just that serious.
A lot of people be saying that too, but I don't be thinking people gonna tell niggas they some shit.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I've told them.
I feel like I wouldn't have made it this far, like in the bed.
You probably wouldn't. You're right. We would have been. Well, you probably did like a phone interview. Like, I heard you got a little project. Tell them about it.
That Jones some shit, Mo.
That shit ain't flat.
What you think about it? How did you get here? Shit like that.
Where you get them bum ass beats from? Now let's tap into that project though. Product of the DMV. Oh my God! Like, you really painted the picture with the intro. Like, when you came in, I felt like if nobody was from here, if they hear this, they wanted to really know what DC was like. You gave them that.
And that was the
Welcome to the DMV.
That was the whole thing.
Home of the phones. Yeah.
That was the whole thing with that. It was like, because I know a bunch of motherfuckers ain't never been here before, so it's like, or they only see it on TV.
Exactly.
That's why I was like, it was what it said.
With the intro, how you had the news clip, and you say like people come to the DMV and all they see is the White House and all of that, and you showed that in the intro of your video. Like, that's not all we got. And so you showed them, this is what I know DC to be.
It's like people taking pictures of the monuments and don't know that right around the corner from the monuments.
It's a crackhead.
Dirty little Southeast.
That's dirty little South. Well, they trying to clean it up a little bit for us. They trying to give us the bus boys.
They trying.
That's
cool. I think it's supposed to be
finally got a 7-Eleven.
I think it's supposed to be dirty though.
You think it's supposed to be?
Everything can be clean. Everything
can be clean, but don't we deserve? Why should we have to go to like Columbia Heights to get clean? Why can't we have the fine dining
my thing is, I feel like no matter where you at, it's certain. I'm pretty sure in Columbia Heights, it's spots that it's like fucked up at.
Shout out to CHV.
It's bad. It's bad wherever you at. Like I went out. Like I just did this little tour. I went out. I went to Kansas City, Detroit, Chicago, Grand Rapids.
Was that the Bigga Rankin?
Yeah, it's Bigga Rankin. And like I'm saying, I ain't never been nowhere before. I've been places, but I ain't never been nowhere.
Right, but not like that.
Like shout out to him for even opening my eyes to see all that.
And he hosted your project.
He hosted my project. Right. Yeah. It's crazy before we met.
Wow.
He hosted it before we met because I went through somebody just to get like this Bigga Rankin. So after I met him after we did the project.
And then he took you on tour.
Yeah. He didn't know me before when he did it.
Wow, that's big.
He didn't know me when he did it, but now like that's like big. That's big homie. I called him right now and be like, hey, host this interview.
That's what's up. Okay, well that's good. We definitely want to talk about the other big names that you collaborated with and worked with. But
it's working right now.
The tour, let's talk about that then. We're going to go a little out of sequence, but let's talk about the tour. So how was that, knowing that you haven't been to small cities like that? Was that your first tour, I would assume?
That was my first tour.
Okay, so
that was my first
what was the tour life like?
That was cool. It wasn't like, I don't want to give it like tour life like I'm with Chris Brown.
Right,
like,
okay.
I'm doing like Verizon Centers and Jiffy Lube Lives.
Okay.
These like little
venues,
holes in the walls. Sometimes.
But that's like how you get the music
out. Yeah, but it's like now I'm saying it firsthand. It's like the people that's here are like people that like really appreciate music. Like
so
they don't know shit about me. They don't know my name. They don't know the song I'm about to do. But after I did that motherfucker, they was like,
okay,
like. Hey,
what was
what's your name?
Every city you got a good reception.
That was great. That joint was great everywhere. It was like I'm in like Chicago. I'm like, damn, it's about to be fucked up out here. In Detroit, I'm like, it's about to be fucked up out here.
And it wasn't though. They actually kind of vibed with you and.
Nah, it was fucked up, but it was like it was tight though. It was like a good fucked up, like drunk.
Like drunk fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that fucked up.
Okay.
Like it's bad, but it's good at the same time.
That's not too
That's
bad.
what it was.
Well, I'm glad that you got that taste.
Nah, I got this. Like I know people in Chicago now. I know people in Detroit.
Right.
I know people in Kansas City. And we did a Florida run too. I know people in Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, West Palm Beach and shit like that. Like it was tight.
That's good.
It was very beneficial.
Built your networking, your fan base, put your music out into different areas that may not have heard it.
Nah, it was like that.
So I mentioned before we started that I feel like you're a unicorn. Like you're rare. Amongst your peer group, you're young. I don't know. Can I say age? I don't know. Okay, you're 21. And amongst your peer group, like these youngins are burnt. That's how they burnt out. They looking older than me.
I got a lot of burnt friends.
Okay, so then you know what I mean. And you being in that peer group and not falling, you know, susceptible to that whole whatever the hell they're doing right now. Like it's rare. It's rare. It's usually let's all go along to get along, even if that's not how I was brought up, how I was raised. I want to fit in. So to see you go against the grain and still be successful, still be invited amongst those, you know, peer groups and things like that, like that's big. So how, you know, what was your upbringing like? Like you, I know that you rep OY, so you got Berry Farms in your blood, and then but you actually lived in Maryland, Virginia. You lived a couple different places. That kind of.
That's why I say DMV instead of just DC, instead of just Maryland, instead of just Virginia, because it's like. It's really like it's unified,
right?
Like I don't care what nobody say, like that only live in DC,
right? You
can't. It's never been a day that I just been in DC,
right?
And I had to go to Maryland or go to Virginia. This shit right here. That shit. It's like
on one side of the street, you're in DC. You might be on the other
Southern
side.
Avenue. You in Maryland on this side. You in DC on that side.
But people want to be like,
nah, it's DMV, and part of that, and it's almost like that stigma. Will cause it to be like the separation that people have. And it's like I'm like, dog, like that shit you gotta
that's
cut
the
that
problem.
Out.
Everybody wants
cut that out.
Us to support, but everybody wants to be divided.
Yeah, nah,
how can we support and be divided?
When people come when like artists at the Verizon Center, they say what's up. They say what's up DC, what's up Maryland, what's up Virginia. Well, they say it's do it the other way because they know DC gonna be the loudest because it's in DC.
Right.
But other than that, it's like you just gotta embrace the whole. It's a culture. It's a culture. But as far as like my upbringing, luckily I was raised around like some older dudes.
Clearly.
Like my father is OY Boobie and everybody. He's well respected.
When I researched and found that, I was like,
I mean, like in my eyes, that's just my father. Like I don't know, like I ain't know everything else initially. I'm just this dude that, you know, dropped me off at school, you know, food on the table, stuff like that. And my mother, she held it down like a motherfucker, and like them together. I got 4 siblings.
4? How do they feel about their brother being so fucking lit?
Before I was lit, I was still lit. Like as far as like just a brother, like I take them everywhere they want to go, do stuff random. Like I probably gotta go get them after this. Like just to make sure when I'm home, I could do what I gotta do. Just because I don't want them to be like, damn, like he just did this and he ain't around no more. Like I love my siblings. Like I'm the oldest. So it's like I got 19. He with me all the time. This is Ricardo.
Okay.
11, Unique. That's my only sister.
Okay.
8, that's Riley. He look just like me.
Oh, that's the one that's in a lot of pictures with you. I think he was in your video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Roger, he the youngest. He 4.
Okay.
He about to be 5. His birthday June 13th, mine June 9th. He about to be 5. And that's the one that's in the video, in the one day video dabbing with me.
Okay, that's the one I was mentioning. So it's the youngest.
Riley older than him. That's Roger. Roger the youngest. But they part of my motivation. Like as far as like I want to do like just to show them like not even just to show them nothing, but to be able to do for them. Cause like I got like that's part of the reason why like I'm older than I am for real. Like I'm 21, but I was 21 before I was 21.
Proud of it. You came out the pussy 21.
Like
you're like 50 now.
Like I got my license early out Virginia. We was living out here. Okay. I got my license. I got a Virginia license because I needed to get my license early, and they shit is you could do it earlier.
Right.
So I got it out there, and then I was able to like help my mother and my father out by driving, doing shit that they needed me to do.
Help the kids out, right?
So it was just like I needed to. It's just that was part of like the maturing. As far as like in school, I'm looking at like everybody else like, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? Like, y'all don't worry about the wrong shit.
I've never met a 21
They trying to smoke.
This
I'm like, they trying to smoke right after school and shit like that. They got homework to do. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I wasn't perfect, but I did stupid shit too.
I mean,
but I kept my stupid shit in moderation. It's like,
well, they don't do stupid shit in moderation. They do it. They OD like, with it
every day. Stupid shit.
OD with it.
Like, they do stupid shit like twice a week. Keep my stupid shit to it.
Were you like an outside kid, a homebody? I mean, cause
I was all over the place.
You was all over the place.
I was all over the place.
So how did you avoid?
But I wasn't wild though. Like everybody in school, like I was like the nigga. I fucked with everybody.
Okay.
Like it wasn't nobody I ain't fuck with until after school, because people started doing wild shit.
Okay.
Like it's a couple motherfuckers that I don't fuck with, and it's only because that they did some stupid shit. They gave me reason not to fuck with them.
Okay.
So it's like that. I ain't never fuck with, not mess with nobody just because
they weren't part of the cool crowd, or they
like
were different.
Everybody get a chance.
And it's Saturday, so
it's Saturday, but it's early on Saturday.
It is. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that. I mean, you was hit, Mr. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
I guess I set myself up.
I guess you did. I mean, yeah. Like the first time, the only time I've ever seen you perform, it was at Pure Lounge, and you did that song. You did your little dance. And look at check him out. He did the little crossfeet dance. You was in a little bit. I said, okay, I see him. He moved a little bit.
That was a minute ago.
It was a minute ago. That was the first time I would say the first time is if I've seen other times, but the only time I ever seen you perform. And I liked it. I liked that you didn't just stand there and just get on the mic like most people do.
Nah, I just did, where I was at? I was out Clinton. They had like a big wine joint, big go-go joint. Kim, when Miss Kim, she asked me to come out. That's like my godmother for real. Okay. For real. She asked me to come out and do something, and that wasn't what I was supposed to do. But they rushed her set, so I came at a more hype part, and it was like, I was like, I'm about to do anything. She was like, all right. She know the damn song. So I went up there, 2 heads is better than one. Some head is better than none. I like titties all in my face. And a pound of pussy on my plate. How I eat all that? And look, and she gonna turn around like you knew the fucking words already. She wanna try and get her little she's still trying to get her little check. She ain't want nobody. She ain't want to mess it up. She act like she ain't know. She knew.
I love that song. That is a serious good banger.
That jump was fun to do.
That video, I'm sure that video was fun to do.
The video was fun too.
I bet.
I mean the song too, because at the same time it be like making music. Like it ain't just like it ain't all about fun. It be like sometimes you got things like real like in depth as far as like
Jerome.
Yeah, that jump was like real. Like,
that was the very first video when I started doing my research. That was the first one that came up. I
felt like that should have been bigger than what it was too. At the same time.
And I'm mad that it wasn't.
It's not, but it's like I don't know. It's like everything happened for a reason. It might get touched like in the future or something. But
So what made you write that song? Like what was happening that day?
I was in Atlanta that day, and they was marching down Peace Street.
Okay.
Or somewhere downtown. And I'm watching it on TV, and it's the day after they had the Dallas shootings.
Okay.
Where a dude shot all the police in Dallas, and then they killed him with a robot.
Right.
A drone or whatever the fuck it was.
Right.
But they blew him up.
Right.
And there's no remains at all. Okay. But it's the day after that, and the day they marching down the line. So I'm watching that on the news as I'm making this like. They just gave me this beat, and I'm like. This shit sounds tight.
Yeah, because at first you said, I believe in the interview, you said Jay-Z.
It sounded like some Jay-Z shit. And I was like, how the fuck can I come on this jump? But I'm watching that shit on TV though. It was not on TV on purpose, it's just on TV.
Right.
And at the same time, I'm like, this probably gonna be something else. Like, I ain't gotta be all braggadocious on here. I could just talk about some real shit. So I was like, alright. So I put on on YouTube, I had my laptop, and I put up like Blaxploitation movies.
Okay.
Like a probably like an hour long little loop of Blaxploitation movies, like old 70s like the Mac and old stuff.
Cause I've got that from the video.
I ain't watching. I'm not really watching it, but it's just on while I'm writing.
Right.
So it's just like that's on TV and this on the computer, and it's just like I'm getting like a little.
That video was deep.
My just turning right now, and then. That's what the song.
When I saw that, I didn't know your age at that point. So I said, he's got to be, a little, not upper age, but I definitely wouldn't have pegged you to be 21 speaking and.
Well, that's 20. I wasn't even 21 when I did that. I think I was 20 when that happened.
What books have you read, Noochie? Like, I need to know how your mind got like this. Like, this is crazy. It's not crazy. It's beautiful, but it's crazy. Like, I don't know how you. I need to know what was the formula
on the books part.
Yes.
Books is so boring to me.
Are you? I heard you say that.
I'm a movier, but I like to read like articles and stuff. Like I like to watch like YouTube jumps. I like to watch documentaries and stuff like that.
So what do you feel shaped your maturity level?
Definitely my father, my mother, and the people that they was around. Really, who my father was around. Because that's who I was around most of the time. Like I'd be in the studio at like a young age, and it's before I'm rapping though. I'm just around. I'm just listening.
Just in an environment,
I'm
soaking it up.
Like I'm a listener first, and then I talk. Like you meet me the first time, you might think I'm quiet. You might think I'm quiet, but nah, I'm just listening. See what type of shit you be on.
As you're supposed
it's
like
like Jackie Chan and Rush Hour. Like you assume I didn't. You assume I didn't. Nah, I knew. You assume I didn't know. I was just listening.
I mean,
for the shit people really.
So do you, knowing that you are probably a little bit mature, I'm not going to discredit you, or a lot more mature than your peer group, do you help to try to influence them and pass on that?
I definitely try to help, but I don't want to hear that shit all the time. And so that's when I revert. I ain't going to say I revert back to like dumb ways, but it'd be like I just, who you around, you are the company you keep. I don't keep them around all the time, but when I'm around them, I adjust. I know who I'm around. Like
jams.
if I'm at like a Def Jam, if I'm sitting in Def Jam office, I know where I'm at. Right. If I'm sitting in somebody's living room playing 2K, I know where I'm at. Like it's different. It's like it ain't the same. Even though you the same person,
you gotta.
But like situations different. So it's like you ain't gotta be. You ain't fake. You just adjusting. You just adjusting to the situation.
I know your parents are proud. Like I feel like proud. I mean they gotta be. It's evident, and for you to be the oldest and you to be able to want to set the example for your siblings, like, and them to be like, my brother does this and this is how it just oh my God, I'm sorry. I've been waiting to meet you, so it's just really weird that I'm sitting in front of you. Anyways, so growing up in Berry Farms, how did you avoid getting into the life? I know I'm sure your parents had a big part in that, but a lot of people's parents try to prevent their children from doing that, and they still do. So how was your mind conditioned where you were just above that? You knew that wasn't for you.
All right, well, let me correct something real quick, because this has been misconstrued a lot.
Okay.
I'm not from Berry Farm.
Okay.
I never lived there.
Okay.
But all my, the OY, they started that. Like my father, Night, Mall, they started the whole OY thing. The OY comes from One Way. It was One Way Records.
Okay.
But they couldn't legally use One Way Records because it's an old group called One Way.
Okay.
And the Cutie Pie song. What's the Cutie Pie? I can't think of it right now, but that's the song. Everybody know the song.
Okay.
But they couldn't use One Way, so they used the O and the Y at the beginning of One Way and the Y at the end. So that's where OY come from.
Okay.
And boys just come from me. Just us, you boys, obviously. But that's what it stands from. Like I was around there a lot, around Berry Farms and Geraldine. But like as far as like living, I never lived there.
Okay.
But I still grew up around.
But even being in that environment,
I was definitely in the environment. I just want they even say that on the news. I was like, oh my God.
Right. Well, I'm glad you cleared that up because I did not know that. And I didn't find that out in any research. It's still gonna happen.
It's still gonna happen just because the affiliations. But I just wanted to throw that out there. But it was like I seen a lot. Like I was like exposed to a lot at a young age. As far as like people lose a lot of people now.
Right.
Because we at that age where everybody getting their hands on stuff and out here for real.
Right.
So people losing people now. I was losing people at a younger age, and dealing with that and like seeing like the inner workings of like the music from a young age, being in the studio young, but not really doing nothing, just being around. But like I wasn't grown being around. I was real fancy up in. I'm so drunk, I didn't even feel the sweat.
We take care of our guests at Kush and
I
Konvo.
appreciate it. But what I was about to say?
You said being in that environment.
Oh yeah, no, being around that just let me know at a young age, like I probably need to grow up a little early.
Oh, you definitely
That's
did.
all that was.
So, did that help with the influence of "I Can't Trust Nobody" song, the narrative that you wrote with the guy? I know it was fictitious. However, you really painted a picture, and that's something that plenty of somebodies have seen. They've actually. It was at the same time, but at the same time, I was just like, man, the greats could tell stories. As far as like rap wise, absolutely.
I was like, the greats could tell stories. So I was like, I want to try to make a story,
And you did. Your album.
And what I wrote, I didn't even write it to that beat.
You wrote it to a different beat and then applied it to that one?
I wrote it to like a real like jazzy, like it sounded like an elevator music song. Like if I played it, you'd be like, damn, that's what you wrote it to?
And what made you switch it? Like, how did you end up switching the beat?
I mean, a lot of times I write the stuff like that just because it's easier to write to.
Okay.
And then I apply it to something else.
Okay. So when you're writing it, are you just saying, I just needed to get this off and I know I'm not going to use this beat?
Nah,
or do you just hear the beat later and say...
I wrote it to something that I just heard.
Okay.
Like I be listening like on Pandora.
Right.
I play J Dilla Station.
Okay.
And it's like real like backpacking, like
I'm familiar with
urban,
J Dilla.
like real like sample heavy, drum heavy music, and I write to that.
Okay.
Because it's easier to write to.
Okay.
Like it sounds like it's more feeling in that music as opposed to like trap music.
Okay.
Or like just cookie cutter music.
Right. I've never heard like a trap sound from you. Like that's not. I don't think.
Nah, like Gutta. I guess Gutta gets that, but like Gutta wasn't like that. Was almost forced for real.
What do you mean?
Like I didn't really want to do that.
Why? It's a great song. It's a great song.
Nah, it is, but I didn't really want to do it. But I knew.
So how did it happen? How did Gutta happen?
It just happened. I was in the studio. I was in Atlanta.
I remember you said you didn't want to do it, so somebody had to get in your ear, and it had to have been like it wasn't like I just wrote this and then I used it. You just said you didn't want to do it. So how did it happen? It's got to be a story. Somebody had said it's a great song, man. What you mean?
It's a bunch of songs I didn't want to do though.
So how did that really come about though? It wasn't organic. It wasn't like how you just said described.
It wasn't organic, but it was organic at the same time. It was just like, hey, you need to do this type.
So was the concept that you didn't want to do? Was it the actual?
It was just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I just ain't want to do it at the time. It might just have been the time I didn't want to do it.
The time, but
I don't know.
But
it worked for what it was.
It definitely.
It's like I look at it like this. When I didn't want to do it, I looked at it like how Kanye said he didn't want to do Gold Digger.
Okay.
And Gold Digger is like a big song.
Right.
But he said he knew it was gonna be a hit, so he still did it.
So your initial debut into the scene was by your mixtape Rookie Season. Now I was unable to find it. I found the mixtape cover. I couldn't find it to download and listen. I was upset because I always like to do my research.
It ain't under Noochie. It's under One Way Noochie.
Well, you know what? I didn't know you did a name change midway through the career.
I did 3 name changes.
Well, what was your first name?
Nooch. One Way Nooch and Nooch again and Noochie.
You was confused?
Nah, it was never on me. It was never on me.
So originally, what did you want it to be? Just Noochie?
I've been Nooch since birth.
I know, and you said because that's how you got your nickname through like a close family friend.
Yeah, my mother and my mother like best friends. Tamara, T2, out in New York. That's what they call out in New York. I didn't know she was known like that out in New York. Like I went up to New York, I met Mano. And I saw I got some family up here. My cousin, ain't really call, I don't even know what to call her. She's almost like a mother too.
Right.
But she T2. And I was like, I said, Tamara, he was like, oh, T2? Oh, yeah. I was like, damn, nigga, like, what the fuck you been out here?
So if she never gave you that name, what would your rap name be? What you think? What you think you would be?
I don't know. I ain't even think about that because I like how people use their regular names, like Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, and Drake.
Because it's more
authentic. They name J. Cole, it's just them. It's like, that's how you like, and all the people I just named, they people that's been around for a minute. Right. Ain't going nowhere. So it was like just authentic, stays. That's what I like about it, and that's why I ain't trying to make no name up. Like I like Nooch. It's just me. Like I was in school, the teachers were calling me Nooch. I wasn't rapping yet. It was just.
That's just who you've been. Okay. So back to the project. Like, what was that sound like? Since I didn't get to hear, was it the same or similar to what you're still doing? Was different?
Nothing. Don't sound nothing like
nothing like.
I mean, as far as like, I don't know. I don't like Ricky Season no more.
Really?
I ain't like Ricky Season when I put out with my second jump.
Really?
I ain't listened to it in a long time. I want to listen. I want to listen to it now.
Now that
it's on Tidal.
With the find it under,
it's
but
on
I
Tidal.
didn't. When I pulled it up, right? I didn't put when I put in just Noochie, it didn't.
Yeah,
come
I mean, I don't blame you because.
Oh, I'm definitely playing it tonight. After we finish this, I'm putting it on.
Nah, it was good when it happened.
But you don't like it now,
bro.
So, but it's part of your catalog. So, like when you get to that status where you say, you know, really all you want out of this is to really be one of the greats. You're one of the greats when they come back and look through your whole catalog, when they like selling your catalog and shit, and they like it's part of that.
I want to see when that happens. Like I want to see like when I do what I'm supposed to do, and people go back and find stuff. Like I want to see what they like gravitate towards. That's what I want to see.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go find that project, and then I'm gonna jump in your DMs and let you know what I.
Now I got some jumps on there. My first project, Ricky Season. My second project was Sophomore Slump.
Oh.
And you ain't even hit the Sophomore Slump.
I'm not here. Hold on. What is Sophomore Slump?
Sophomore Slump killed Ricky Season.
Wait a minute. What is that name? What is Sophomore? So I know it's your sophomore album, but you like saying you slumping the first one?
Nah, because you supposed to. I mean, like the thing, and I got like on the first Ricky Season, I got my face on RG3 getting his rookie.
Right. Yep.
That's when he had the magnificent ass rookie year. His second year.
Oh wait.
Sophomore
Okay,
Slump,
you know what? Hold on, Nooch. Before you
RG3
go to the
laying down.
I was like, wait. I was confused because I was like, is that? I didn't know what was going, but I felt like
RG3.
Okay, thank you.
And I put 69 on the jersey because that's my birthday. My birthday June 9th.
Okay.
I know everybody thought it was like some freak shit.
Yeah.
It's just June 9th.
So I ain't gonna ask that question.
Nah.
Because that's all I could find was the cover art. So I did.
Nah. Sophomore Slump was the project after that where it's like, nah, am I supposed to get? It's like, oh, I get better or do I get worse?
Was that still under One Way Nooch?
Nah, that's under Nooch.
Just Nooch. Okay.
Yeah, I told you it was 3 names. It was like One Way Nooch, Noochie, and Noochie.
I can't believe you really had all these name changes. Well, I'm glad you finally.
It's the same name, just different
variations.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, just
it's
stay
Noochie now. I'm stuck Noochie.
You
I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even like Noochie all the way, but it's Nooch. I just like Nooch, to be honest.
Nooch.
But Noochie is what it is. So I think
you know, the girls, they would say that anyway because girls like Noochie, even if you just say
and I was
Nooch.
getting a whole bunch of them beforehand, so it was cool. It really stemmed from I was trying to be funny. I put Noochie Vuitton. I said that in the song, just Noochie Vuitton.
Okay.
It was like John with me, Glizzy, and my man Serta from down Atlanta, and I said Noochie Vuitton on there, and then people I was messing with down in Atlanta wanted to run with Noochie Vuitton, but that sounded like a trap rapper name.
Yes,
so I was like, nah,
no,
that's not gonna work. It was like, all right, well, we just go with Noochie. I was like, all right, fuck it.
So you mentioned Shy, you mentioned working in Atlanta. You do a lot of work in Atlanta, and you've done a lot of work with a lot of different artists locally and some of the national recording artists. You recently recorded some songs with, or not too long ago, recorded some songs with Rich Homie Quan. Yeah, and you got your single out with Jazzy Pha that's now playing big on Vivo, BT Jams, all the others, Vault, the radio, like it's everywhere. Like you're making big plays, and you're 20. I have to keep stressing you're 21. Yes, you've been rapping for a few years. Then you started about you said 2008, 2009. That's when you
playing. But like real live, like
serious.
Like 2013.
2013. So Rookie Season was your serious come out.
Yeah, 2012 is when I started taking it serious. 2013 when I got like a serious first release. I did this song called Gotta Go, and we put it on World Star. It was like February 2013, and then like it got like a lot of good responses on World Star. So I was like, damn, might be on to something.
Is like, this when you were still rapping with your friend in high school?
Nah, this was after that.
After that,
we had like a little falling out.
I know he mad now. He like, this nigga glowed up.
Nah, he a real estate agent now. He
still mad.
He still. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
He with Rich Homie Quan in the studio.
When we first came, I reached out to him not too long ago too. Just off some like, hey man, I'm doing it right now. I'm extending my arm.
Right.
Just because like I don't hold no grudges.
That's wrong, man. Shit.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember why we fell out for. I ain't gonna lie.
But that's
to be
honest, shit though.
But I'm like, yeah, to do that, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I extend my arm just because I'm in a position now too, and you do with that as you know
right.
as you want. But yeah, been working a little bit. I put
you definitely been working
after we put the video out on World Star. We it got like a real good response, and that was with my man Ryan Spineheaders. And he the one that really like recorded my whole first CD.
Okay.
And he was like push me after we got the good response. He was like, "You gotta do a project now." And so he's like, "Man," because the whole comments like, "He got a mixtape out. He got what else he got out? Nothing. I ain't had nothing out." So it was time to go to work. So after school, I go to his house. That's right by Branch Avenue. I went to Gwen Pop. I went to high school. I was in Brandywine. I went to Gwen Pop. It's my senior year. I go from there, go to the studio. I be in the studio damn near till like 2 in the morning probably. And then get up, go to school again, go back to the studio. In the studio till like 2 in the morning probably.
That dedication and consistency has gotten you in this position that you're in to be so young and work with the greats like that. Like, how does that, the first time you're in a professional studio with, you know, a professional recording artist, like how was that feeling for you?
Who was the first one? The first like well-known professional I was in the studio with was, I'd probably say Paul Wall.
Okay.
I was a Paul Wall because my father and Paul Wall real close. They cool. And he got on my CD. He got on the song on, that was Sophomore Slump. He did that, and it was just cool. It's like, man, this is Paul Wall. Like, I done met him a couple times before, but I wasn't never doing music, so it wasn't that detrimental. Right. It was like, this is Paul Wall.
But now they have somebody featured.
But it's
on
like,
the song.
damn, it's Paul Wall for real. Like, and then we go out, we go like on Willow Road, and we go to the liquor store, and everybody walking up to him like, hey, Paul Wall, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's tight shit. I was like, all right, that's tight.
And how old were you when that happened?
I was 18.
Wow.
And he was just up here like a couple months ago, and we did the same. We did some more songs, and then it was just tight. But then like as far as like this new stuff, like working with like Jazzy Pha.
Right.
Like I was in the studio in Atlanta. Jazzy Pha just walked in in the middle of the session.
Okay.
And I was doing a song. I ain't had no hook.
Okay.
And he just went in there and freestyled.
The one that y'all did?
Yeah, he just went in there and just freestyled the hook. And he was
so
like,
that was that the footage that you had, like the raw footage of y'all in the studio? Was that night?
Actually wasn't even that night. That was before that. We did another song.
Okay, yeah, it was like a little in studio performance.
Yeah, we did that. That's a whole nother song. That wasn't even. That was way before that.
Oh, okay.
I forgot that. I still need to put that out. But that was cool. And it was like after that, I'm in the studio recording. And Ludacris just walks in. And T.I. just walk in. Waka Flocka just walk in. Southside, the Metro Boomin just walk in. I'm like, this shit is crazy. I'm like, where about that right there? Like, this shit is crazy. And they ain't fucking with it. I was in
Patchwork?
Dude named Shakespeare.
808 Mafia? No, he's not with it.
He's
on his own?
Yeah, he produced like TLC, No Scrubs. He got Grammys for that. He produced Maya, Mary J. Blige. I mean, not Mary J. Blige, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston.
God damn.
All type of stuff like that.
So you working with people who...
I worked with him. I don't work with him no more, but I worked with him.
To have worked with him, period. And
it was
that's
tight. It was
part
tight.
of his catalog.
I built a lot of relationships out of that. We ain't really, fluctuating with each other no more, but it's what I got out
it
of
was
the
reason
cool.
God did that. It was what it was for.
But yeah, it was.
So what song did he produce for you?
He really he almost like exactly produced the whole product of DMV kinda.
Okay.
It was like we worked together with that. Like direct songs he actually produced was like the Kickback on there.
Yeah, I wanted to. I'm glad you brought that song up.
Yeah.
So the Kickback. That's like the most smoking. I mean, like I can vibe to that song as a smoker, and you don't smoke though. Like you're so gifted, you can make a smoking song and don't even fucking smoke, and it wasn't even inauthentic. When you like this nigga don't even like I had to keep telling myself this nigga don't even smoke, but I love this song. Like seriously, like your
That's the
album,
goal. That was the goal.
Your project. You said you had a line in one of your songs where you say and your latest one One Day, where you say, I didn't go to college with a scholarship. I was in the hood working on my product, nigga. And your product is your music. Yeah. That's what you were in the hood. And your music it's like the supply to people who are really into it, and you had a song for everybody, a conscious song, a smoking song, a drinking song, a turn of like everything. So it's almost like, oh my God, it's like metaphoric that his product, he's not in the streets, but he has that like you just have this element where he wasn't, but he can fit amongst them, he can fit outside of them. His product is his music. He has like his music. I guess one song could be like heroin, one song could be like marijuana. Like you have different product for everybody. Different product for everybody. And I was like, that's fucking genius. Like you're genius. Like what the fuck, dog? You're 21.
All the aspect, cause I'm a heavy music listener first.
I can tell. First of all, you listen to music that is before your time, so you have an appreciation. I lived with my grandmother for a whole year, like almost 2 years. I stayed out in Virginia with her for a year. And around with her, all she listened to was like smooth jazz. Yeah, you said for a long time you listened to all R&B before you really even got into rap. I still listen to R&B now, like it's on the way over here. I was just like, that's just what I listen to, because I don't like if I listen to like rap and I go to the studio, I'm sound like who I was just trying to listen to. Well, I'm gonna try to sound like who I was just listening to. Okay, because so it might not be like, it's gonna be like not authentic as far as like R&B. I mean, I'm not singing, so I'm gonna sound like what I'm supposed to sound like, whatever I'm supposed to sound like. And if it's influenced by that, it's not gonna sound like another rap artist. Absolutely. So you used the Dave Chappelle skit in the beginning of Knock Knock, where he says to make it out of the ghetto, you gotta learn to rap, play basketball, or sell crack. Had rap not been an option, what do you think your career would have been? And the reason I asked that, I listened to a podcast with Eric B. Of Eric B and Rakim, and he said if he didn't rap, he would have been a dentist. Which is, I wouldn't have never thought that. So what do you think? If you never thought about rap wasn't an option, what would Noochie be? Would you be like... I got two options. What'd you say? One of them was early, as far as like when I was young, what I wanted to do. What? I wanted to be an architect. Really? I played with Legos a lot, and I was like, I want to build shit. That's what it was. My second was, we had career day. Okay. We had career day, and it's this lady that came to school, she was a masseuse. No, she don't like to be called masseuse. A massage therapist. And she was like, she be getting bread, man. All you doing is rubbing the motherfucker back. I was like, that sounds easy. So I was thinking about that too. I was like, really? And then it'd be Noochie the massage therapist? Noochie the masseuse. Nooch the masseuse. That's what I was been called, but it was like, I was like, all right, those was my two fall. Well, architect ain't really no fallback. That's some shit you got to do like from day one. But the masseuse shit was like, that should be easy. Nooch. Then I might get some inside. You never know. I'm like, trying to see what that be like. I don't know what's up. But yeah. I can't. Nooch the masseuse. I can't envision that. But. Yeah, cool. I do. I looked it up too. I mean, as far as like I know a little. Oh, so you really was kind of researching it a little bit. I was heavy in the game. Oh. I was deep. I know some stuff. But you know, we gotta talk about that right now. You say I can't even fucking keep it serious. Your personality and your charisma, like I'm assuming that helps you get far in the game. You're very personable. Yeah, I like. You're very relatable. I like meeting people firsthand. Like that. That's like even like talking over the phone or like through the internet or whatever. You can't get really like a good gauge on who somebody is. So I like to meet people like and then like give them my personality and see like if we click. Right. Off like just like this just who I am. Right. Who are you? Absolutely. So having that personality and being as mature as you are, do you feel like that keeps you away from, like, you have to be around more older people, you relate more to them, you don't really hang around your peer group? How do you? I definitely hang around my peer group. Guess who I grew up around? But at the same time, like, if I'm not at school, I'm with older people. And if I'm not with them, I'm with school people. And I'm with motherfuckers that's my age. And we just doing our age stuff. Are your friends, I mean, genuine, are they happy for you? Like, how do they feel about your success? Definitely. It's like, yeah, like I don't realize what I done did sometimes until they tell me. Until they kind of say. Just because me personally, I ain't where I want to be at. Okay, I mean, understood. Every day, I'm like, it's gaining progress, but it's not where you want to be at. Like I'm not comfortable. And obviously, because you say you want to be one of the greats. That's what keeps me moving. So it's like, nah, that don't matter yet. It's BET Giants, it don't matter. It's Revolt, it don't matter. It's radio, it don't matter.
that ain't. I mean, it matters as far as like stepping stones, but as far as like being like
the overall picture.
content with what I got, it's like nah.
Okay.
I keep going.
And how do you feel like the influence of your father has played in where you are in your career?
That's like the biggest point right there. That's like besides the talent, that's like the most important right there.
Do you think had he not been in the music that you would?
I don't know. We wouldn't be talking right now.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't even rap.
Wow. Really?
Like I don't know. I ain't no telling because that was like my whole like since 2001. Before that.
Just being in the element, being in the studio, being
it's just
around
like
those.
I'm just around. Like this is my father. Like he ain't like I never know him to have no regular job. Like I don't know what that is.
And how does he feel, you know, right now watching you blossom, watching you grow?
I know once one of these people cut this check or something, and, you know, he'd be a lot more appreciative. But I know that he proud.
Right.
But it's definitely like it's happening right now.
Do you all have like I don't want to say like not really battles, but do you kind of have to stand like I want to do this, that I don't want to do like. How does that go? If he's like, no, you need to do this.
Nah, because I waited till I felt like I was tight. Like I was writing for a long time, but I just felt like I ain't say nothing just because I was doing. I was like, man, this ain't tight. Well, this is tight. Let me show this. When I finally was like, all right, let me hey, this is what I do, y'all.
So when you rap, like, how did that happen? Like, did you just go to your dad and be like,
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember. I really don't remember.
You like slid in your mixtape.
Like when was the like I don't know when was the first time I was like, hey, listen to this. I wrote this. Listen, I don't remember that. I wish I did, but I don't.
Oh wow. Well, I'm sure.
I remember the first time I recorded in front of them. I did. I don't even know if that was the first time, but I know when everybody was there, it was like I rapped to the Pandemonium beat by Rick Ross, Meek Mill, and Wale. I rapped to that, and we did like a little vlog for it, and it was good. Okay. Everybody, that's when I first got to like a nice little reception. It was cool.
So how do you feel about your single right now? One Day. It's doing amazing.
Yeah.
You finally got your play on 93.9.
And what's crazy is that the dude, he's Shakespeare. He ain't like the hook. He wanted to change the hook.
I love it.
So he was like, nah.
And the video is amazing.
Nah.
Your videos, all of your videos actually are amazing. I mean, if you have to think about the quality of videos that sometimes are brought out of the DMV.
Yeah, and I just wanted to be different. I didn't want to be in the hood with, you know, in the front of the house.
just rapping and what. Like, you really think conceptually about your different videos. Like, you've done some on rooftops. You've done, like, you really go in. You got the little, for the line that I said about the scholarships, you had the cap and gown. Like, you really. Hey,
because I look at the people, like, I'm not in competition with the people that I'm really in competition with in my head. I'm in competition with the people that's on. I'm in competition with Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Wale. Like, them people that's really in it. Like, cause that's what I'm trying to be. I ain't trying to be like region popular.
Right.
I'm trying to be all around popular.
You said that in plenty of interviews. Your main focus is to be one of the greats. When people look at your music, you want to be up there with the greats that people mention. Which, I mean, I'm sure a lot of, well, I don't even know, because I don't know what any other person's goals are. Sometimes by how they put their content out, I can't tell what your end goal is because it's not really showing me. But I can tell by yours and what you actually put out for the people to receive. You're taking this serious. You really take your craft serious, and you're really trying to show that early on you're one of the greats and you should be respected and stuff. So if someone does come through your catalog, they might get onto you when you are one of the greats. And they say, let me go back and see some of his earlier work, and they see it, they're like, damn, he was ripped, like almost like Nas Illmatic. If somebody didn't become a Nas fan until later and they went back to Illmatic, they'd be like, oh yeah, he been doing this since. So I feel like if they come back to Product of the DMV, they'll feel like, oh, that's yeah. What that is. Cause
I feel like it should get more attention than it got right now, but it's going to when it's supposed to. So I don't be tripping.
Well, you're definitely doing what you're supposed to do, because you have like a lot of you have visuals for almost every song.
That's the goal though. The whole goal with this project was to make a visual for every song. And I ain't gonna lie, even like going into like the song making process, I think about the videos while I'm doing the song.
Okay.
So it's like I try to be in depth.
Oh
to it.
yeah,
like,
because you
even like with certain lines, like I try to make them like
jump out in the video.
As far as like whoever directing, whoever writing the screen, like the screenwriter or whoever's doing the treatment for the video, like I try to give them something to play with.
Okay, so you're heavily involved in that process.
I try to be before the process is even like around though.
Okay, I mean you kind of mentioned that when you talked about doing Jerome, and you said you had the Blaxploitation movie on and the beat playing, and if anybody that's watching this, they watch the video, they can kind of get that feel. Like I never would have pegged a 21-year-old urban kid from the DMV to have that type of mindset to do that type of song, one, and two, that sort of video. Like that video was really, really well thought out and well put together. I don't know how much input you had into that, but that being the very first visual I received before I saw any of the other, before I got the Henny thing and it was ass clapping, I saw that one first, and I got a different respect for you initially. Before I even wrote my first questions and really got into you, I was like, who is this dude? This ain't the one I seen doing a little dance some old. And yeah, I had a whole different respect.
I mean, I'm just multi. I'm just got like different. I ain't gonna say multi-face, but like jack of all trades.
But you don't get that a lot from music these days, unless they're already.
No,
so it's refreshing, I will say, and we people like me who really like music, who consume music, who is a huge fan of music. We appreciate that. So thank you. Don't feel like it was done in vain or you're not getting the recognition.
No more. I used to think like that, but not no more.
Good. Record deal, you would maybe run into like an exec, or you might run into an artist. Let's say you was living in New York or Cali where they would be out, and you would try to give them your mixtape, or you might bust a freestyle right then and there, or you might try to have a conversation with them using any three of those tactics, and you ran into a music exec or one of your favorite artists or just an artist in the industry. What would you have said? What would you have rapped? Or what would you have done in order to sell them on your music? And you had to sink or swim. You was either going to swim in this and you can get that deal, or they're gonna be like, nah, bro, we ain't, I ain't looking for nobody right now.
I think conversation wise would be the best, because as far as them being like entertainment people, you can rap or sing in front of them. Singing is like the easiest though, because if you was singing, you could just sing. Right. That shit ain't even right. That shit
sing the ABCs and they gonna be like.
I be wishing I was like an R&B artist sometimes, and just like sing like a motherfucker, but. Okay.
Oh, your loofah.
It'd be probably be conversation wise, because like that's how people can really get to know you, get your mindset real quick, and also just like understand, and then they want to hear what you got to say in music.
So you run into Mr. Sean Carter, one of your top 5.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's right after Reason. This right out. No way I'm even gonna do Reason without it. It was too early on. He ain't really know. So let's say this right after he dropped Blueprint. You took the. Come on. Don't you do it. It's because
I was deep. I mean, but 2001, I was 6.
So let's just say you were of age and you could. So you're this age, but back then, what would you have said to him in order to sell?
I'm going to tell him I'm him. I'm you from DC. That's it.
That's it.
And I mean, I'm pretty. That probably ain't gonna work. You probably said it a bunch of times, but I was like, you know what? I ain't even really gonna try to sell myself down, because, like off the break, I like to have a conversation with him. But all right, I'm real big on hypotheticals, and this hypothetical is he's like walking past or something, or it's like
you walk. However you make contact, you could either be in the same.
Well, if it's some walking past stuff, I'm just gonna let him know my name, let him know what I do, and tell him I'll meet you at the top. That's it.
You know what? And there you go. You swimming like a motherfucker.
I don't want him to give me nothing. I don't want him to give me nothing, because it was crazy. It was crazy. Rich Homie Quan. I met Rich Homie Quan a minute ago. I still ain't tell him the story yet. I met him a minute ago. Mm-hmm. And we was at the mall at Lenox. We was at the Louis store. Okay. And I seen him in there. I really wasn't listening to him yet, but my brother tried to put me. This is early in his career. My brother tried to put me on to him. And then I wasn't listening yet, but then I seen him. And I was like, Rich Homie, I'm a little brother listening to him. I was like, I walked to him like, can I get a picture, bro? He was like, I was gonna send it to my brother, being funny or whatever. Just send him a picture. I was but then I was like, can I get a picture? He was like, well, bro, I'm actually in a rush, bro. Can't really do it right now. So I was like, dang. All right, home. Appreciate it, man. Meet you at the top.
And then
fast forward a couple years later, he want to work. So I'm like, hey, meet you at the top, bro. That's my shit.
Look at that. I like, and that's
it.
how I said you gonna swim. I ain't even need to know nothing past that, but the fact that you gave me that backdrop lets me know that's why you were gonna swim. So it's time to get to that part I talked about before we started. You ready?
Yeah.
So I'm incorporating a new little segment called Lyrics or Life, and what I'm gonna do is take your lyrics, and you're gonna tell me that's just lyrics, or if this is your life. And it's going to take some of your little sexually explicit lyrics, and we're going to break them down, okay?
Got
you. Okay. Got 4 whores from the Virgin Islands. Got 4 virgins on the Virgin Island. Might say they shy, but I bring it out of them. Is that lyrics or life?
That's a combination.
Combination?
Yeah.
Oh.
The 4 hoes on the Virgin. What I say? I got 4 hoes on the Virgin Islands. I got 4 hoes on the verge of wildin'. Might say they shot, but I bring it out. The last one is the life.
Is the life. Okay.
And the first 2 I like. Well, I ain't never been to Virgin Islands, but I know some hoes from the Virgin Islands. And 4 virgins on the Virgin Island. I ain't really a virgin dude, so it's a little difficult.
What age did you lose your virginity?
The real one.
Yeah, not the one you told your parents, but the real like.
Oh no! I don't even remember having that conversation. It was just like
they just knew.
It's
like he woken different. His head shining different.
People start popping over at
his
the house.
His ponytail different. He different.
He started coming over the house a little more. It was different, but I'm like, it was high school, like 17.
Okay.
For
I fast out to you. I waited that late too.
I ain't wait on purpose, but
you didn't wait on. It just ain't happened before then. Ain't come through on time.
I just was doing other stuff. I was on top. Like I told you earlier, like I was on. I had shit to do.
Okay.
Not that now that I desire that, I put shit to do in places that shit need to be done, and certain stuff need to be done to it. So I balance it out there.
Well, because I know some of your peer group probably started a little earlier than that.
Yeah, I definitely started a little early. I almost started a little early, but I wasn't,
It wasn't the right time. So you started when you were supposed to. Yeah. Now, that line I mentioned on the couch. Like titties all in my face. And a pound of pussy on my plate.
That's tight. That's my favorite line.
That's life or that's lyrics?
That's life.
That's life?
Yeah.
You're an asshole breast man. If you had to get the titties in your face.
You can't really do nothing with titties for real.
So some dudes are attracted to women with large breasts.
Definitely nice, but it's like
some dudes like.
I seen big titties, but an ugly nipple will fuck me up. Like it's like.
What the fuck is an ugly nipple? I always want to know what dudes, because I've heard that statement before. I don't know what an ugly nipple is. I pray to God I don't have ugly nipple. What is an ugly nipple?
Nipples match personalities. You can tell a lot about a girl by her nipple.
I've never heard that in my life. What is an ugly? How does a nipple describe someone? And I must have beautiful nipples. I have a great personality. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But how does that? So what's a ugly nipple? It's hard to
describe, but you just know when you see it.
Okay. Well, my personality is great, so that clears that up.
There you go.
And so quote, and we can have another go in the morn, do some shit they only seen in a porn. Lyrics or life?
That's lyrics.
That's lyrics?
That's life.
That's life?
Yeah. That's life.
Gotta
did some wild shit, I ain't gonna lie.
So where's the wildest place you've had sex?
An elevator.
In an elevator?
Probably.
Y'all stopped it, or y'all was like trying to beat the floor?
It was going. Elevator, back of a truck, like pickup truck, on the side of like 495 type shit. What the fuck? That was it. What was it on the beach in Miami? That ain't really that wild.
Yes, Nooch 21. You is living. You lit. You out here. You want it? You got your Sky Miles yet? You did your Mile High Club yet?
I talked about that recently.
You setting that up? It's like a future.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the easiest way to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's it though. But yeah, I I done been around a little bit.
What's the wildest shit you've done or had done to you? Since she wants to, because you said you don't like bitches that's born. Oh, this is in your song. I'm just going with what you say.
Had done to me sound wild already.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I know you. I know how you are about how shit is asked to you. I saw that in one of your other interviews. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that.
No, I'm just saying.
So what's the wildest sexual situation you've been in?
Dang. I was in the car. I forgot where I was going, but it was probably like after some club shit. I don't even know who I was riding with. But I was in the back seat. There's 2 girls driving and the other girl in the back. It's a small ass. It's almost like a Corolla or something. Like
you fucking in a Corolla?
01, like Corolla. We weren't fucking. It was like just some head in the back seat, but it was just like we're like like this laptop is other people.
Right, a Corolla small as shit.
It's loud. We going to IHOP. Like
it's no see.
It was just cool. I don't even know if that's the wild, but that was cool.
That was some wild shit though. It wasn't like it was the wild. It may not have been the wildest, but it was definitely a wild situation. That was
cool though.
So did the people in the front look back? They get a glimpse.
They probably did.
They probably just looking through the mirror.
I ain't kidding no more. They could have jumped in if they wanted to.
So best believe she'll tell the word if you bust quick. You a quick shooter?
No.
You ever got in and just went quick?
Not.
You was everything you thought it was gonna be, and it just was.
Nah, I got. Nah, I ain't never been fast, and it's only. I be wishing I was sometimes, cause sometimes I be.
You be over it.
Yeah, I be, not me, but I be like, damn, she tired, like she like what's up, like.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
You feel like have you ever been exposed by a female about anything?
Exposed by what?
I mean, you said best believe she told the word if you bust quick.
That wasn't about me.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Has anybody ever been like, oh, I've been talking like exposed DMs?
I've never heard. I ain't a DMer at all. Like that is just for that purpose.
Right.
I'm like, nah, you ain't about to give me like no screenshot.
Yeah.
No,
that
like
screenshot
that.
What for? Yeah.
No.
That's what for everybody.
Maybe FaceTime.
Yeah, get it out. Say it. You won't have no type of okay.
It's like that.
Quote unquote, I ain't even gonna lie, I'm just trying to fuck. Lyrics for life.
That's definitely life.
So you have a lot of one night stands? Not a lot, because I know you focused on your career, but
enough.
More of those than long lasting situations.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with long lasting situation. It's just like, as far as like in like this line of work, you gotta understand I can't be there all the time. Like,
right.
As far as like I'm trying to make this shit happen. Unless you want to, get a occupation that
falls in the line of what you do.
Yeah, as far as like we on the same team.
Right.
Like when I eat, we eat.
So do you think you could? Is that the best type of situation you feel for you? Somebody who not really is necessarily in the business, but I ain't
gonna lie. I feel like somebody out of it would be better though.
Okay.
Because you'll be caught up in your own stuff, and then we ain't never gonna have time for each other.
Right, understood. Okay. And the last one would be every now and then call a couple friends, get the head, then we pull up. Lyrics for life.
Get the head. Nah, it's get the hen.
It's get the hen, then we pull up.
Hennessy.
Oh.
Friends get the hand and we put.
Because I was like, that was just raunchy. I mean, he's so mature, but he just got real rugged on that one.
You pull up the head, you pull up the hand. It's Tennessee.
I mean, no, you might have been getting the head and then decide you needed a drink after it was so. I don't know. I didn't know. I was trying to figure it out.
If that was the line, what was the question?
The question was, do you prefer to receive oral or to have sex? You prefer the head over?
No, I like both. Only because I like to prove myself. I can't prove myself with just head.
Oh, you got moves?
Yeah. I mean, I get the job. I ain't got no bad reviews yet. Check my Yelp.
Yo! Oh!
I'm just like, all right, a little bit. I'm cool.
I can't.
I ain't heard nothing bad.
Well, you know what, Nooch? I completely, utterly, and gratefully enjoyed everything, all of the conversation. I appreciate you coming to the show.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you. You guys learned a lot about him, maybe more than you expected to. too, but I appreciate you all for tuning in. It is season 2, Kush and Konvo. We had the incredibly talented Noochie in the building.
Thank you.
Make sure you all tune in. Download his album, Product of the DMV. It's on all musical platforms. Go on YouTube. Go check out his visuals. Become a fan. Fall in love like I did. How can they follow you, Noochie?
They can follow me at Noochie Music. That's NOOCHIE MUSIC. Music spelled right, you know. And all my social medias are the same. You know, it's easier to find me like that.
And hopefully he doesn't change his name for the 14th
Nah,
time.
that's it. We stuck where we at. And you know, you ain't even gotta go to, you know, you can just Google me now. I done work my way up a little bit now. You can just type in Noochie on like Google or something. I might pop up.
Say Google
pictures and all that. You cut on BT Giants or like Revolt or something like that. You know, cut the radio on.
Okay. Well, wipe him down.
You know, I'm confident a little bit.
Let's wipe him down.
Google him. Wait.
Google
speaking of confidence, I got my next single with Rich Homie Quan about to drop. It's called Confidence, featuring the big homie, Rich Homie.
Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. That's coming up real soon. Kush and Konvo, Karman Kush. Thank you.
Boy.